Marina, you just wrote an op-ed. You said in it, when the news broke that Aleksei had died, I didn't want it to be true. When your husband is an opponent of Putin, as mine was, you get used to the reality that one day someone might try to kill him. That doesn't mean you believe it will really happen.
It's absolutely the deja vu. You think what happened in 2006, and particularly after we discovered it was polonium, it was Russian agent, and even more. During public inquiry in London, Vladimir Putin was named, Russia's state was appointed, and even European Court of Human Justice proved all this result in London. But unfortunately, after all this, I believe, a huge result, we have another death, the prominent opposition leader, Aleksei Navalny, now killed in a Russian prison.
Yeah, and you must understand better than nearly anybody on the planet what Yulia Navalny is going through. You wrote, when Sasha, your husband, was poisoned, I couldn't even speak. I was afraid to go outside, afraid to talk to the press. I went into total shock. Nothing prepares you for this. Even though you know that your husband is a target, you're not really prepared. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. But Yulia, she's a very strong, and she's a wife of a politician. And everybody believed Navalny might be as a better choice of Russian people and became one day president of Russia. And she was almost preparing to support Alexei Navalny on this way. Yeah. But when he was killed, it was only step up and say, I will continue what Alexei Navalny did.
Alex, you're not surprised that Putin is at it again, are you? You've said publicly you're not surprised at all that he would do this.
Of course, I'm not surprised, because it is the second attempt on Alexei's life, which unfortunately was successful. Everybody remembers that 4 years ago, he was poisoned. Alexei was poisoned with the infamous Novichok and had to be rushed to, and he survived by a miracle. He was rushed to Germany and treated there for quite a long time.
Yeah. I'm curious, Alex, what do you think Putin is up to? Why would he try again? Why would he do this now, reportedly right on the eve of a hostage swap?
I don't know how it is related to the hostage swap. It is so far it's second-hand information. Right. Family, but what it is clearly related is to the fact that Putin's grip on the public opinion and the public in Russia is actually loosening because of the lack of progress in Ukraine and isolation generally in the world. So,
Marina, you have called Putin a monster, and you're calling on the West to help other Russian opposition figures who oppose him. But who are they? I would like you both to answer that, actually. First, Marina, then you, Alex. Who's left to oppose him? Navalny was quite special, as was, as a leader still in Russia trying to overthrow Putin.
Yes, it's absolutely. Alexei Navalny was a prominent, but we still have a few or even many hostages. And one of them is Vladimir Kara-Murza, who is well known in United States, in United Kingdom, and he has a 25-year sentence for doing nothing, just to be open to the world. And even more, he supports Magnitsky law, and he started this in 2013. And now he is in a Russian prison for 25 years. He was poisoned twice before. He survived. He's a British citizen. And now we are all just waiting. He might be next who would be killed in Russian prison, or even because his health is not as good as Alexei Navalny was.
Alex, is it good that everybody, the world, this did spark such an uproar, this latest death?
Well, this time is much better, stronger the response than it was in the case of Marina's husband. And we have a robust response. For example, President Biden met with Alexei's widow. Mm-hmm. But after those gestures of support, there must be some deed. And I think we should expect the West to do what Yulia Navalny asked them to do, and that is do not recognize Putin as a legitimate president of Russia after this upcoming election, and sanction all 500 people who publicly and officially promote Putin's candidacy around Russia. If this happens, that would be a very strong message to Putin.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.